a raft of wandering otters, and this is part 2 of our family outing that we took the day after Easter. Turns out that Susan had a doctor's appointment, and so we're going to parlay that doctor's appointment into an outing for her, because it's been like a week and a half, 2 weeks since she's been out. Okay, so we did this all in the same day, but there was so much content. I'm going to break this up into 2 or 3 or even four pieces. So we already did part 1. This will be part 2.
Okay.
Come see what we see. Oh, and in this part, we're going to be going to Jack's Peaks Park. Paul and I are, while Susan's at her appointment. And I can't wait for you to see what we saw there.
Where is Jack's Peak?
Right over that way.
Very nice.
Okay. All right. So Paul and I are going to go down, maybe not on the wharf exactly, but near the wharf. Yeah. Look at the beautiful country here, and spring doesn't know we're suffering. There we go. Beautiful green. We had a lot of rain, so everything's getting green. Check out Jack's Peak Regional Park. I doubt if we can go in, and it probably costs money to go in, so that's another reason I won't go in. But maybe we can see what we see here. I'm just assuming Jack's Peak is named for John C. Fremont, like so many things around here. But maybe it is, maybe it isn't. All this time I've lived right near here. I've passed by this several times, and I've never gone here. It's been about 8 years since we've lived in the Monterey area. So Jack's Peak Regional Park. The road here is beautiful. Poppies are blooming. Oh, squirrel! Squirrel! Man. Look at this. We got a view of Monterey Bay right there. Yeah. I'll be darned. Okay. Park hours, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. No entry 60 minutes prior to posted closing. No camping. Jack's Peak Park. Something tells me we're coming up to a vista point here. I may actually have to get out and get some clear views of the vista itself. This is beautiful.
Well, looks like we should write this quote down.
Well, the park itself closed, but the approach to the park is open, and show you this view. All right, I promise someday we'll come up here. Well, I'll make an effort to anyway. And see the actual park itself. But gee whiz, look at that view. Hope that helps you forget all our troubles. My goodness. Okay, so that's the city of Seaside right there. To our left is Monterey. And the Monterey airport is pretty much on the other side of that hill. Highway 68 runs through that canyon right there. And wow, I had no idea all these years. Oh, and I think those pines, guess what they're called? Monterey pines. I'm not 100% sure that's what they are, and if they are Monterey pines, I'm not 100% sure they're named for Monterey, but anyway. Wow. What a treat. Well, my explanation is this. I once went fishing near Turlock Lake, and I happened upon a rare swarm of bumblebees. And from that point on, after being attacked by those bumblebees, and it wasn't bad, I didn't get stung a lot or anything, but I've never been a big fan of bumblebees. But I got to admit, it's pretty cool to see a bumblebee going to work with that view in the background. Well done, bumblebee. You picked a really cool work site. Oh, by the way, look at, you can, I'm not sure if you can make it out or not with the camera, but there I see at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 7 or 8 sailboats out in the bay, which makes a lot of sense if you're going to social distance. Pretty easy to social distance with a sailboat. Okay. All right.
Do I look?
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, a Raft of Wandering Otters. We'll see you in the next one. This will be part 1 of Susan's big day out. It's been about a week and a half to 2 weeks that Susan's actually been out of the house. So this has been very cool, and maybe Paul and I can invite her to come with us on more of our drives, right? And yes, we're being safe, and we're just trying to stay in the car and not come into contact with anybody. Not to worry. Raft of Wandering Otters, we'll see you in the next one. Okay. Here we are back on Olmsted Road, which will take us to Highway 68. Jack's Peak Road. Who knew? I had no idea. And Paul says that he's been up here with his class before, so gee whiz, who knew? I guess I didn't know.
Gave you my card, didn't I?
Yes.
Once you begun, press my face to the back, all the pillars that stack, and hold up the sun.
Okay, a little bit of a detour here. We're going to pause for an early dinner. It's only about 3:49, but by the time we get through this line here, it'll probably be
Add in and out.
4:15. Yeah. So that was part 2 of our family day out, where we took Susan to a doctor's appointment, and while she was at her doctor's appointment, Paul and I went to Jack's Peak. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for joining us. See you in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.